Hello. Welcome back to the Who's Accountable podcast. I am your host and creator of this platform, Mahael Abdul Kawi. I'm also the founder and the representative of the Accountability Party for Human Rights. We are a political organization whose mission it is to uplift the oppressed communities across this country with whatever service and resources we can provide for the people. And this platform right here, the Who's Accountable podcast, is a way for us to respond to events in society and pop culture that we believe if people followed accountability, then maybe things would have worked out for the positive, greater outcome for everybody. And these videos and discussions help us hold ourselves accountable to this mission, to this cause. So, with that being said, welcome back, everybody. For this particular episode, I want to bounce off of something that I touched upon in the last video about George Floyd and Derek Chauvin. Um, in that George Floyd, um, his passing due to the hands of Derek Chauvin, it wasn't simply a casualty of a race war and it's important to understand that because race is a tool in the class war. It's not a race war, when racism is a tool created by the elites to keep the people separate, the common people, the working class, the oppressed people, whatever you want to title us. Racism is a tool created by the elites going back as far as the 1600s to keep us separate. So George Floyd, his killing is a class war. And I want to kind of dive more into that with another layer to it, and that fame, celebrity status, clout now, which is a new term, has become a shield for that, which also is a reflection that the elites are safe. And of course, when there is a mass public interest into the actions of a celebrity, especially nowadays, we'll find them getting canceled or so forth. Although cancel is not a appropriate response of accountability, I would say, to these people's actions. But these people, for the most part, are void of really facing true consequences, and that goes from celebrities such as musicians, actors, um, to our politicians, to the corporations, the CEOs that run them, and just their overall empire. Um, and it's interesting because, again, although a black celebrity may get pulled over in the streets for, just being a black, because of his status, he will be fine overall because he has the recognition. He has where, you know, he has the money to get out of jail. He has, the strings to pull his safety. And whereas somebody from the common ground who can't afford, to buy their children food because they can't pay their way out, or because their name and their life is seen invaluable or lower, they have to be slain, or like it's not fair. Who's to say that the person who's being brutally handled or murdered, by these police, the enforcers of the elites' way of life, who are these asshats to say that that the people's life have no value. You never know what this father or mother who is struggling to pay bills to keep a house over their roof, their family's roof. You don't know what skill or information that they possess. But that doesn't matter because they don't have a status or recognition. And this is why I say to cancel somebody is not an appropriate way of accountability, because these people continue to do what they need to do. Recently, George Bush Jr. has made comments about right now that this country needs true leadership to run with passion and conviction and some high morale ground, this man as if this man has not spewed out lies that have caused a domino effect that has taken so many lives, disrupted ways of life. His lies led us to the Obama years, which led us to Donald Trump. And I'm sorry for those that may have just gotten into politics during Trump, but anybody that has been aware of these behind the scenes actions know that George Bush is a criminal warlord. And what? Because he's buddy buddy with Michelle Obama, he gets a free pass. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Michelle Obama is not the she's not the like the clergy that could just cleanse anybody's sins. Her hands, I mean, there's no blood and all, but they're just as dirty, if anything, along with her husband's and along with her buddy Bush. And because he never faced true accountability, he's able to come out here for talk show interviews and really have an opinion about what's needed for the country. Fam, for 8 years straight, what did you do for America's needs? Besides really help speed up the snowball effect of our demise, fam. Like, you're truly disgusting. But if he was just like an average person, he would face accountability. If he would, well, I mean, that's the thing. Would we know that? Because if he was a poor white person with the same views and the same actions, let's say he went out and shot people and teamed up with terrorists to attack the trade center, would he have faced accountability? Because there's a status quo that's met which is even another tool that's being used to further separate the oppressed class. Not only is it racism, but but for the elites to make the poor whites think that they have some special privilege, like they're not equal with us. This is all tools to keep us separate. Like, please understand what I'm trying to get to with this is that these are all causes of division that go deep rooted into this country back when we were just colonies, not even states. I want everybody to serve justice, regardless of of what your skin color, your cultural background, your sexuality is, because that's what's supposed to happen. It doesn't matter about your profession. That's why it's important that people see Derek Chauvin be guilty. It's because for so long, his profession, being a police officer, allowed him to escape from accountability. People is a common notion amongst all jobs here in this country. Oh, if I work here, I get special privileges. If you get a little discount, doesn't mean that you can take your sweet time, and maybe come into work late. Just because you're a police officer doesn't mean that you're above the law that your job's entailing you do. But I mean, I don't know. I can't expect much from a job that is the your descendant of slave hunters. I can't really expect much, can I? But hopefully we see a new domino effect happen, because it's honestly disgusting, and it's we need to everybody needs to face the same thing. That's how you really cause unification, not solely in just what we're fighting for, but with the crime. It doesn't matter if you're poor, elite, again, black or white. And the fact that people, it's like by solely focus on the tool that it's race or that, it's taken away from what's really going on here. And these status quos, these people who use their fame just to get away with things, you guys are feeding into this America's ego that we can just get away with things. And then again, you want to talk about trickle down economics? You want to talk about trickle down philosophy? That's what's happening when the average people are brainwashed to absorb elites' culture, because that's what we're doing. It's fucking disturbing. The elites brainwash us to literally praise them, follow them on these social media platforms, watch their reality shows, watch all this as if they are gods. But their morale, how they live their life, is so fucked that of course we think we can do the same thing, because again, it's another part of the brainwashing where we're taught to see money as, oh, that's what I need to strive for, not, oh, a good person, that's what I need to strive for. It's fucked, man. We need to make sure that it's not just Derek Chauvin that faces accountability. It's other police officers, and this is a reach out to everybody, white, black, whatever. Especially for white people that think, oh, this is just a black problem. Oh, they're always trying to find something. Yo, do you know that in 2020 and 2019, police kill more white people, bro? And I only have to smirk because you've allowed yourselves to fuel this rhetoric, feed into the division in a class war, instead of maybe taking a step back and being like, you know what? I'm not black. I don't know their life, but at the same time, these people are being oppressed and being killed by the same people that are oppressing and killing me. Maybe we should team the fuck up and do something, instead of thinking that our fight is different but still hate the same people. Like, how does that work? We don't gotta be on some kumbaya shit, but fam, we gotta be on some shoot gun shit. Mentally evolve, physically evolve together. If the elites are gonna play God, then fuck it, bro. We, as the oppressed people, have to play demigods. Throw your whole shit off guard, man. Take take away the physical and material layers of our existence, which is again celebrity and clout and all this other bullshit, and again get right back to the root. Because once we get to the root of things, that's when you start to really see who's about it, who's not about it, who's faced accountability, who's never faced accountability, who's good and who's bad, and who fits in the gray area. And then from there you can make your own decisions and all. But for only feather material, we don't even have room to see those decisions at all. And that's something though that I hope that others who are fighting, including myself, the Accountability Party for Human Rights, that we can bring forth and be the examples for. If you're gonna look to somebody, we can at least replace these false idols, and not even become idols, but just through our actions. Let the actions be the idols, not the people. And through our actions, see that it's possible to stand for something, to be good, and to face accountability. before you do the crime. Inshallah.